Hey everybody, I want to welcome everyone to another episode of Warmachine. My name is Tony, and we are going to continue on our next day of the Convergence. So today I kind of want to deep dive a little bit into leadership, what the phase of alignment is, kind of what is going on closer to the modern day of the Convergence, and also kind of why we don't hear some of these characters that I brought up earlier on in the week about why they're not more present in the story. You know, we've heard of Lucant. We don't hear Ludicia, and we don't hear about Helicratus. So I want to go back to when Helicratus was first person to become a clockwork person. Ludicia still had friends within the compounds, and shortly after Lucant was able to successfully transfer the soul into the vessel, Ludicia had actually came back, breaking into the compound and coming after Helicratus. So Ludicia had aligned herself with Crix during the time, and she would eventually become the individual known as Mortenebra. During the siege, she actually had gravely wounded Lucant and was able to successfully steal Helicratus. He's never been seen since then. Personally, my thoughts is that she had eventually turned him into her own personal Scarlock, Daedalus, that we end up seeing on the table whenever you see Mortenebra 1. That's kind of my own little fluff. I've tried to see within the story if that's valid or not, but I haven't found it in the books to see that. But I can't imagine her just taking that soul and it going away. But anyway, so because Lucant was so gravely wounded, he actually had another priest help him put himself into a spare vessel that they had available. So he became the first official clockwork body. From there, Lucant actually went to the different cults. Or actually here, even before he went to the different cults, he went back to the Cypher engine and ended up able to decode certain messages that no one was able to understand before. It was almost as if once he went to the clockwork body, his mind had opened up. And during that time, he had actually read and found out that Sirius was sending messages that she wants to come to Cain. And what we would know now as the Great Work. So what Lucant ended up going from there was he went to the different cults of Sirius and showed them that he had successfully transferred himself, and this is what Sirius wanted them to do next. Because he was in a clockwork body, he was able to convince enough of them to come, and that actually, they created a new group called the Convergence of Sirius, what we see now. So this is about 250 years in the past that the Convergence of Sirius actually arose from the cult of Sirius. There's still cults around, but the Convergence is the main group that we fight against. Or, if you are part of them, the one that you are fighting for. So, and the Great Work is actually this process that that they're trying to realign the ley lines in Cain. That will, once they are all aligned perfectly, will allow Sirius to actually come to Earth. With the Convergence being formed, Lucant actually became the first leader of the Convergence. Now, he had established that each ruler should only rule for 9 years. You can go back up multiple times, but you can only be the Iron Father or the Iron Mother for 9 consecutive years. Then you have to step down. Then 9 years later, you can come up and take over again. And this actually goes to where what the leaders are called. So the leader of Convergence during the time is actually either going to be Iron Mother or Iron Father. Now, over the last 6 years, because currently we are in year AR 612, the last 6 years, the ruler of the Convergence has been Iron Mother Directrix. She became the leader when we went into this most recent phase of the Great Work, and this phase is the phase of alignment. So the last 200 years, 250 years, what the Convergence had been doing was secretly moving the ley lines. They were able to go underneath cities in very remote areas and able to do this without a lot of confrontation. Now that we're in the phase of alignment, it's more of a phase that you have to be more aggressive, and you actually have to have more of a warrior leading the Convergence. That's why Directrix was chosen for this. So for the last 6 years, that's what she's been doing. She's been trying to get the ley lines put into place. Now in the current time, with the Infernal Invasion, she only has 3 years left to rule, which is causing a little bit of concern because not everything has been completed. Sirius is still not here yet. So in the last episode for this week, we're actually going to be talking about the CID, Aurora and how she's broken away from the Convergence in a way, and kind of what that means for the future of the Convergence. Thank you guys very much for listening to the episode. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. I hope you guys have a great day.